Alright guys, so something that we have to come to terms with as sneaker creators, sneaker enthusiasts, or whatever you want to refer to it as, is that not every single shoe in the world is going to pique our absolute highest level of interest and going to garner the exact amount of hype that we would expect out of something like a Travis Scott or a very limited collab. This is just one of those regular boring shoes that come to the warehouse that just have to be reviewed. These are the Nike Air Dunk 85 athletic departments, and while they are not the most hyped shoe in the world, they were pretty easy to get, they're cheap, and they're probably a pretty good beater. So let's jump into the details and see if these are worth the $100 that they are going for. It might even be less money now that the resellers have started selling their pairs. It's probably under retail. So taking a closer look at the box, you got just a regular Nike box. That's the label. These are size 9. Literally nothing to say about the box itself, but the shoe right here, there are some pretty cool elements to it. So the thing that obviously stands out the most is this bright red swoosh on the lateral side of the shoe, as well as this bright red sock liner. But with the exception of those two red accents, a majority of this shoe is just all white and cream. So the cream midsole definitely contrasts with the white upper pretty well, and that's a pretty cool touch that is further accented by the butter laces that these come with. And you cannot deny that this shoe is a pretty clean looking shoe. As far as the bottom of the shoe goes, they actually do have a gray bottom, which is kind of interesting. I think a red bottom might look pretty cool, but the gray is actually the same gray that is on the back heel of the shoe. The back heel does feature a different tone of gray versus the white on the upper. So it's like a triple tone shoe. Actually, I guess it's 4 different colors, but 3 tones and then 1 bright red. The Nike on the back is also done in that gray aesthetic, and that right there, that kind of looks like the UNLV Dunk from the top of the back. On the tongue right here, you got a red Nike logo with a gray swoosh, and then on the bottom you got an all gray outsole, as I already said. The insole actually is one of the more interesting parts of this shoe. If I can get the laces out of the way, it says Athletic Department 1972, which is actually a pretty cool touch. On the medial side, same story as the lateral side, and that makes up a majority of the details on the shoe. Let's take a look at the other one real quick, just for comparison's sake, but there really is nothing different. You got the white stitching on the midsole, and the same deal. As far as the materials on the shoe go, if we take out this piece of paper real quick, you can tell that this front toe box is actually a pretty soft canvas material with some suede on the actual edge of the toe box. Definitely nothing to scoff at in terms of materials on the shoe. Sizing wise, I would just go true to size with this one. No real reason not to. They do seem to fit like any other Nike Dunk. And as far as prices go, I could definitely see these going into outlets at some time in the future. It's just not a shoe that anyone would geek out over. From pretty much all of the people I know, they were kind of like whatever about the shoe. But it is a clean shoe, and if you don't want an Air Force One, all white, cocaine white, or whatever you want to call it, these are a good one to go for. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all later. Peace.